Hi mga palangga! In this video, I'm going to share with you about the basic steps on how to protect and secure our credit cards. After the incident na nahack yung Maya account ko and having some unauthorized transactions, ang dami ko natutunan para hindi na maulit yung ganitong pangyayari. And that lesson highly impacts the way I use and manage my credit cards as well. Number 1, do not share our credit card and our card details. Dito kasi sa Pinas, dahil family-oriented tayo, we tend to share our credit cards sa ating mga kaibigan o di kaya sa ating mga relatives or family members. Like for example, magpapakaskas sila to purchase something, or dati pa nga uso pa nga yung pagsasangla ng credit card sa mga pag-uutangan. At dahil tayo mismo yung pinagkatiwalaan ni bangko, we should also take responsibility din na kailangan nating protektahan at wag nating i-share yung ating credit card to anyone. Kahit family members man yan, napalabed ones man yan, do not share our credit card details to them. Sharing our credit card is not only limited to the actual card or to the physical card, but also sa details ng mismong card natin. Kasi once anyone got our card information, kahit nasa sa atin pa yung mismong physical card or yung actual credit card natin, they still have the option to use our credit card, especially sa mga online transactions. So if anyone asking you for your card information, kahit empleyado pa yan ng bangko, do not share our credit card information to them. Number 2, monitor our transactions and report suspicious activity immediately. Isa sa mga best practices na ginagawa ko since I started having a credit cards is using a tracker. We can use different materials naman sa pagtatrack ng ating mga transactions o yung mga usages natin sa ating credit card. Like we can use our notebooks or we can also use yung mga spreadsheets na available sa atin. In my case, I do use the Google spreadsheet na kung saan na-update ko yung mga transactions ko anytime at saka accessible din siya sa iba kong mga devices. So every time na ginagamit ko yung credit card ko, nilalagay ko na yung transaction dun mismo sa tracker ko, especially yung date ng transaction, yung amount ng transaction, at yung name ng merchant kung saan ko ginawa yung transaction. Additionally, aside from tracking our transactions manually, it's best then to regularly check yung mga transactions natin sa ating online accounts with our credit card. Kasi it's really important talaga na na-check din natin yung mga transactions na nag-reflect dun mismo sa system ng banks. And if in case we found built-in error or suspicious transaction or kahit unauthorized transaction, makaka-report na agad tayo sa ating mga bangko kasi nag-reflect na siya mismo sa kanilang system. And in that way then, our bank can start their investigation and also take necessary action to prevent any additional suspicious transaction pa na posibleng mangyari. And number 3, do not entertain incoming bank calls. Sa napapansin ko, ito yung sa pinaka-common na mga scamming activity na nangyari ngayon na kung saan may tatawag sa atin tapos magpapanggap na sila daw empleyado ng bangko. So ito yung tinatawag na phishing na kung saan nangyayari yung scamming activity over the phone. So possible na meron na silang details natin or alam na nila yung iba pang mga details natin at gagawin nilang lahat to get more information from us. Kaya naman, if you receive a phone call claiming that they are from the bank, do not entertain the call. Kahit ano pang position nila, kahit manager pa yan ng bangko, do not entertain the call. Instead, call the customer service of the bank. Dapat tayo mismo yung tatawag sa bangko at hindi yung bangko yung tatawag sa atin. And lately then, I discovered a mobile application which is Who's Call. So I do recommend using this application mga palangga to our mobile phone kasi sa pamagitan nito, natatrack nito yung mga spam o mga reported numbers. Most of the time kasi, we tend to receive calls from unknown numbers. So wala tayong idea kung totoo ba talaga to or legit ba talaga itong caller na ito. So, having Who's Call mga palangga, nafi-filter niya yung mga reported numbers na itong number na to is spam na siya. So, nalalagyan na siya ng caller ID. But then again, do not entertain any calls claiming from the bank. Instead, we should be the one who called the bank directly. And number 4, protect our online accounts and maximize card controls. Aside from securing our actual credit card, we should also protect and secure our online account access. Isa ito sa pinaka natutunan ko talaga with what happened to my Maya account na nahack. Kahit galing pa yan mismo sa bangko na they are asking for our credentials, online credentials, username, password, and OTP, do not give it to anyone. Additionally, do not trust any emails or SMS asking for us to click something or to log in. Kahit official source pa yan, kahit galing pa yan mismo sa bangko tong email na to, kahit galing pa sa bangko itong mismong text message nito with what happened to my Maya account, na bigla na lang ako nag-trust kasi iniisip ko galing siya sa Maya. So, From what I have learned mga palangga, do not trust anyone. Kahit pa yan, official pa yan na messages galing sa mismong bangko, do not trust, do not provide our login credentials. Instead, always use the official app or official website ng bangko para ma-double check talaga natin sa system kung totoo nga ba talaga to or hindi. Or call the bank right away. Call the bank immediately and change our password regularly. We should also maximize our available credit card controls. Let's say for example, na-lost or na-stolen yung ating credit card. Wag na tayo mag-antay pa ng ilang days. Kailangan dapat ma-report na natin na agad siya sa bangko immediately. May iba mga bangko din na may option na tayo to control our credit card sa mga online accounts. Like pwede natin siya ma-disable or ma-enable. So to get additional protection, we can also maximize those card controls, especially kapag hindi naman natin ginagamit yung ating mga credit cards. And number 5, do not apply credit cards from outsourced company or outsourced agents. If you're planning to apply for a credit card or get more credit cards, huwag tayong mag-a-apply sa mga third-party processors or sa mga outsourced agents. Instead, apply directly to the bank's official website or go directly to their branch. Kahit pa may mga pa-previous pa yan sila or welcome gifts or anything promo na binibigay sa atin for us to sign up, do not proceed. Kasi the more we give our information to anyone, the higher din yung possibility na mag-leak yung ating information where scammers can access to. Again, do not trust anyone, especially sa mga malls asking for us to sign up on something, tapos meron silang pa-welcome offer or welcome gift. Wag na tayo mag-proceed kasi they will just ask all our information or yung existing credit card information natin na possible din na mag-leak. Nowadays, anyone can be a victim. Yung mga scammer na ayaw lumaban ng patas sa buhay is mga nasa paligid lang natin yan. At kahit pa yung mga maingat na tao is nai-scam din. Kaya prevention is better than cure pa rin talaga. If you think these informations are helpful, please give this video a thumbs up para naman ma-recommend ni YouTube algorithm sa iba nating mga palangga. And if you want to add more tips or yung mga best practices nyo, share it on comment section din kasi sharing is caring. So that's it for today's video. Please subscribe na din if you haven't already for more contents like this. Ako muli yung palagang si John Paul and always remember to be kind to yourself and to others. See you in our next vlog. Bye!